Beer O'Clock, and this is the Beer O'Clock Show, and this is our Flavour of the Month spin-off series. My name is Mark, and joining me, as always, is my beery buddy, Steve. Hello, Steve.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
All right, mate. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Very good. This month's flavour is a beer from the Siren Brew in collaboration with Evil Twin from Denmark, a barrel-aged version of a beer of theirs that came out a little while ago. It's the Even More Jesus VIII, or VIII, Imperial Stout, but this one has been barrel-aged in hazelnut liqueur barrels to make something very exciting indeed. So, Steve, is there any background to this, or do you just want to get into it?
I tried to find some background to this. I got in touch with Siren and I said, do you guys have a blog or whatever about the series? And they said, unfortunately not, no. It is an English version, and this is on the label. It's an English version of the well-loved Even More Jesus series that Evil Twin do. It was done in collaboration with Siren, and what they do, they keep doing variations on it. So this is the base beer is basically it's an imperial stout which is brewed with dark muscovado sugar and licorice root. That's the base beer, and then what they do is they put it in various barrels to age. So this one has been aged in hazelnut liqueur barrels. So no prizes for guessing what this might taste like, boys and girls.
I think they've done a bourbon barrel one before as well, haven't they?
Yeah, they've done. There's been a few versions of it before this one. Yeah, this is a slight. Roasted hazelnuts. A slight departure, I think, from previous flavours of the months in terms of certainly the style of the beer. But in chatting with Richard from Little Leeds Beer House, we were a little bit undecided what to do this month with the beers. The obvious choice would have probably been there have been a number of big beers released again this month. So Brew by Numbers put out a double IPA that everybody's been talking about. But I suppose the challenge that we've got with Flavour of the Month is we could just end up doing double IPA after double IPA after double IPA, which, as much as I'd love that, I don't think it gives you guys, the listeners, much variety in terms of some of the new beers that are coming through. So in the end, Rich and I settled on one of the new Siren releases for this month. It's fairly widely available. There's still some left. So this is the barrel-aged Even More Jesus VIII.
11.4%, so not quite a sipper. But it's only in a 330ml bottle, so it's not so bad.
Yeah, it's not so bad, is it?
Pours out lovely and black as you would expect. Huge boozy notes off it. Hazelnut as soon as I opened up the bottle.
Hazelnut from the bottle, not so much in the glass though. The hazelnut's a little bit more in the background in the glass. What you are getting from the glass is you're getting that barrel aged characteristic. You're getting the oak, you're getting the vanilla. That's just pouring off of it straight away.
Yeah.
A little bit of dark chocolate in there.
About what you would expect from an impy that's on the nose out of the glass.
Absolutely, yeah. This is yeah.
Shall we get into it, buddy?
Let's, yeah.
All right.
Cheers. First thing I'm going to say about that is it's velvety smooth.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that is like a drinking... In terms of mouthfeel, probably imagine the most luxurious hot chocolate you've ever come across.
Yeah.
It's creamy, it's thick, it fills your mouth, and it's sweet. It's very, very sweet. Hazelnut, just a little bit in the background. It's not, despite my earlier comment, it's not a wash with hazelnut flavour. That is very much in the background. What you do get though is you get the barrel aging coming through. You get the booziness. That's just warming in the mouth. But that silky smoothness is just almost blowing me away.
Yeah, it is quite silky, isn't it? It's terribly boozy. Not terribly in a bad way, but terribly in a quite boozy.
Well, 11.5%, mate. What do you
You would
expect?
expect,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Um,
Definitely a sip of this beer.
oh, absolutely. Yeah. This isn't one that we're going to finish in the during this
No.
month's flavour of the month. That's not going to happen. We're not going to get to the bottom of this glass. It's all sorts of sweet. Um, there's as again as you would expect from a big impy stout. There's a real roasted bitter finish to it as well that really sticks in the mouth as
Hmm.
as well. Kind of almost now like kind of getting a little bit hazelnut latte sort of feel to it at the end. Um, yeah, I mean there's so much going on in here.
Yeah, it's slightly like a sweet coffee liqueur at the end. It's a very filmy palate on mouthfeel at the end. Um, a residual warmth from the booze, which is quite pleasant. Um, I mean, you could take this 330 ml bottle and share it amongst your friends after dinner. You know, when you're kind of sitting back, you've had a few beers and you just want something to break the pace a little bit, if you get what I mean.
Oh,
So,
absolutely. Yeah, this is
yeah,
right now. This is one that I'm kind of wishing we were in the same room sharing
yeah,
this bottle of it. To be honest with you, because it's one of those beers that it's not hiding its ABV as well. It's
oh no,
like I'm big, I'm bold, I'm gonna smack you in the face, and you are gonna feel every sip that you take of this beer.
indeed. It would be nice if there was more hazelnut coming through, but for me, I'm not getting much hazelnut at all, other than a very distant nuttiness, perhaps, or a distant sweetness. But apart
It's
from
so
that,
very subtle, isn't it?
yeah. Apart from that, it's just a really nice imperial stout. You got that lovely stickiness to it. You have the booziness to it, the silkiness that you get from a quality stout. You know, a quality impy stout or a quality porter. It's just really nice, and it kind of melts off your tongue, and that warmth that's left behind is just really nice, and gives you a moment to pause and just savor the flavors that are remaining before you get onto it again.
I'm guessing that if there's anybody that's drunk this that's listening right now, what everybody is screaming at us right now is Ferrero Rocher, Ferrero Rocher, and I think if the hazelnut was more pronounced, this would be like Ferrero Rocher in a glass.
Yeah.
But it's just not that pronounced. Although I think if there was more hazelnut in it, that would be overpowering. And I think, like you say, it's very subtle. It's very much in the background. What you are getting though is this incredible velvety, chocolatey imperial stout that is saying, "I'm here, drink me." And yeah, just hints at the hazelnut.
Yeah, to be fair, I think if there's more hazelnut in it, it will become even more difficult to balance the flavors. You would have those clashes of sweetness and bitterness from the roasted malts and stuff like that, and the boozy flavors. So it would become quite overwhelming on the different mismatch of flavors coming in. But like I said, a quality impy stout is definitely one to check out if you find it somewhere, and you might get more hazelnut from it than we do. We're drinking at room temperature though, so it's not like the flavors are hidden by refrigeration or anything like that.
No, absolutely not. And again, as we always are with the flavour of the month, we're very grateful to the guys at Little Leeds Beer House
Absolutely.
for giving us the beer, for recommending this one after, as I say, some discussion this month. And if you are ever in Leeds, make sure you go along, check them out. Just for two reasons. One, because they're in the most incredible environment in terms of where the shop's actually located. Two, because they've got a great range of beers, and I said two reasons, but I'm going to throw in a third as well, and three, because both Richard and Bryony are, they're fantastic to chat to as well. They know their stuff, they know their beer, and they're always happy to have a chat to you about what you're after.
Yeah, so go to littleleadsbeerhouse.com to find out where they are and to see what they're all about, or they're on Little Leeds Beer on Twitter. So yeah, check those guys out. And like Steve said, the shopping centre that they're in is just what is that place called?
It's called the Corn Exchange in Leeds.
It's beautiful. It's bright. I assume it's quite old. This building, it's just gorgeous. And I've only been there once. I was in love when I walked in the door. It was lovely. So that's about it, I think, from this month's Flavour of the Month, mate. A pretty good beer, all up.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm now going to spend the rest of the evening slowly losing myself in what remains in my glass.
Yeah, I'm going to go sit in front of the telly and nurse it till my slumber. Right, until next month, buddy.
It's been the highlight of my month.
And mine. Bye-bye.